We've got some awesome finds in the children's toys section today. Starting off hot with these 3 Motu Masters of the Universe figures. They're all from 1983. You've got 1, 2, 3 of them. Really good stuff. I'm going to be selling these on First Class Treasures live, starting at just $2. I'm assuming they're gonna go for anywhere between $7 and $15 each. We've got another banger item here. This is a Buddy L truck. These can go anywhere from $40 to $1,500. This definitely isn't a $1,500 one. This one should probably sell between that 40 and 50 mark. Some of these go for a little bit less, but this isn't it's in great shape, but not good condition. There's no major dents or anything. It's just the stickers have been peeled off, which can make a difference to some collectors for sure. But yeah, really awesome piece for $1.50. Should get $40 or so for it. We've got an SV2000 VHS player and recorder. It's the SVB106AT21. They want $8 for it. It only goes for about $35 plus shipping, which is great. 8 into 35 is amazing. And it has a 95% sell-through rate, so I should sell it in 3 months or less. And then we're gonna leave behind this Symphonic. It only has about a 30% sell-through rate, and it only sells for $25. But right below that, we have a Sony VHS player with the VCR Plus glow-in-the-dark remote. So definitely a good one here, $10. Sell for great money. I love these little multi-purpose Panasonic remote controls. Only 3 listed, 4 have sold for about $20 plus shipping. That's what I'll be listing mine at, and it should sell very quickly. It's hard to see because of the light, but we got a Canon zoom lens EF-S 18 through 55. They only want $15 for it. Sells for about $50 plus shipping. It just rolled out another electronics cart. We picked up this Dyson here for $9. Looks like it is working. It appears to have an OEM battery, which is always good. This should go for at least $60 plus shipping. All right, I just tested these two. This one doesn't work. When you put the VHS tape in, it immediately spits it out and turns off, so that one's a no-go. This one, however, when you put the VHS in, it plays, it goes through the whole cycle, and you're good to go. It doesn't turn off. We've got another Rainmate here, only $3. A lot of people seem to be donating them during this warmer time because more people use them in the winter. So they're just clearing some space, looks like. Only $3. This has been nice. I usually get them for 7 or 10, like I've said, but the last 3 have only been $3, so we'll pick it up. Definitely got to clean this bad boy up. It is a Braun. I thought it was going to be a Bosch, but it is a vintage Braun mixer. Only $3, which is insane. I just plugged it in and it works. 0 listed, a ton of them sold. I think I'm gonna be able to get over $100 plus shipping for this bad boy. Sorry guys, I haven't been as informative on these videos lately. I've just been throwing a bunch of clips of my sourcing together. I think it's really valuable content, kind of no fluff, just get right into the business and the meat and potatoes. But I also want to explain just a little bit further. So all of those previous clips were from 2 Deseret Industries in one day. And then you're gonna see several other thrift store visits through several other days. I typically go to 4 or 5 thrift stores every other day. Because there's so much product and items up here in northern Utah as opposed to southern Utah, I actually don't go sourcing every single day. I go sourcing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for thrift stores. And then of course, Friday and Saturday, I am also going to yard sales all day long. So I usually go to about 12 to 15 thrift stores per week. And this is what I've been doing, a weekly video of these sourcing trips. So what you're seeing in this video and in the others is usually 12 to 15 visits to thrift stores. Great pickup here for only $8.99. The bold look of Kohler. I always thought it was the bolder look of Kohler. That would have been a better tagline for him, I think. Anyways, this is just a nice little faucet. It is in used condition, but Kohler is very expensive. They only want $9 for this. I should be able to sell this for about $40 or $50 plus shipping. I did a little bit of extra research on that one. I actually couldn't find any
actual sold comps on that model number, but I did some digging around and it looks like that unit sells brand new for 500, and similar units have sold for about 150 in used condition. So I'm going to be listing mine at 129.87 plus shipping, between probably $12 and $25 for shipping. So good stuff. Definitely going to be listing that and making some good money off of it.
Always looking for DVD VCR combo players. This one's only $7. It's JVC. This one's only worth about $40. A lot of these are worth 80 or 90, but we'll definitely take this. Even if it doesn't work, you should be able to get 25. And honestly, I'll probably get 50, not 40. Great pickup here. It isn't Wearing Pro, and Cuisinart waffle makers usually don't do super well, but this is a double-decker Belgian waffle maker. So we're definitely gonna pick this up. It sells for $50 plus shipping in used condition. Gonna get it for under 10 bucks after the discount coupon.
So you guys know that I am constantly preaching high sell-through rate, high sell-through rate, high sell-through rate. I also allow lower sell-through rate items in my store, but nothing under a 30% sell-through rate. That waffle iron had about a 40-45% sell-through rate, but mine sold the same day that I listed it, and I listed it at market price. I love math, but I'm no genius, so I don't have an exact formula for this. But if you have an item that has a 70 or 80% sell-through rate, the chances of it taking less than 90 days to sell it, even though that's like 120, 118 day sell-through rate, the chances of it selling in under 90 days are significantly higher than having a 10% sell-through rate item. A 10% sell-through rate item typically takes over 2 years to sell, but the chances of it taking longer than 2 years to sell is higher than it is if something that with a faster sell-through rate sells quicker than it does, if that makes sense. The slower the sell-through rate of your item, the higher chance that it's going to take longer than average for it to sell, and the higher sell-through rate percentage of an item, the higher chance that it's going to sell even faster than the sell-through rate. Hope that makes sense. Your life will be so much easier if you just focus on sell-through rate. It's amazing. And you can have a hybrid store of some. I have a hybrid store. My eyeglasses and sunglasses have a slower sell-through rate, typically like 30% on average, which is very slow for me. But then, and I have about 1,500 listed, and I have just over 3,000 items in my store. So I have 1,500 items that average a 30% sell-through rate, and then I have another 1,500 items that average an 80% sell-through rate. And with those two numbers combined, I typically have about a 60% sell-through rate. I sell more than half of my store every single month, every single 90 days, every quarter, because I have those ultra fast sell-through rate items. And then I have those other eyeglasses that I can get for ultra cheap that sell for a huge profit, but take longer to sell.
I have got to start coming to the thrift store before close more often. You guys know what that S is right there? That is right. It is a Salad Master. It has the heat probe and it has the knob. It broke off. I don't think I'll be able to repair it, but I'll just include it in the listing. This is really good money here for only $7. Man, oh man, I need to come more before close. Not a huge flip. This only sells for $10, but it does have a 100% sell-through rate, actually a little bit better. There are more sold than there are listed, and it's only $2. So I'm still gonna make decent money off on it in an ROI, in terms of ROI, but it's not the biggest dollar amount. What would you guys do? Would you guys snag this for $2, sell it in the next 90 days or quicker for 10 bucks, or would you leave it behind? I have made so much money off of Canon and HP ink over the years, but you can't just buy it all blind. You have to scan codes or look up model numbers. 165 listed, only 5 sold for 8 shipped. So I will never get tired of comping every item that I find, because you never know when something is really good or when it's really bad. As I'm showing you guys this, I want you to keep in mind that I am passing on 7 other Revereware pieces. I'm considering getting this Farberware top for $1.50. I think this should sell for $15 or $20. And then I'm also getting this Revereware 12-inch skillet for $3. Again, I am passing on about 5 or 6 different Revereware pieces. They are not all created equal, but so like here, for example, we have 2 Revereware pieces for $2. Has about a 30% sell-through rate for $10 plus shipping, so I'm not going to deal with them. But this one has over a 100% sell-through rate, $30 without the lid, $50 if I can find the lid. Always a pickup for $15 here. We have this Kitchenetics. You just want to look up every mixer you come across that's like this, or a KitchenAid. They're almost always worth it. This one's complete, has all the attachments. It just doesn't have the blender cup. Perfectly fine, should sell this whole unit for about $100 plus shipping. What an interesting name for a product. If I told you I sold a Devil Bliss and you have never heard of the company before, would you assume that it is a humidifier? Probably not. Devil Bliss does not sound like that sort of equipment, but this is only $3. It sells for about $40 plus shipping on a pretty decent sell-through rate. I sell a lot of Microsoft mouses, so I shouldn't be, but I'm very surprised at what this one goes for. $20 plus shipping, only $2 here. 0 listed, 2 sold. There might be 1 listed, I can't remember. But yeah, really awesome price. Gonna sell this quick. Got a cool vintage Harley Davidson motorcycles helmet in the nice red colorway. It's a size medium. These sell for about $40 to $50 plus shipping on eBay, but sometimes it's you gotta list it as not a helmet, just as like a prop or a shelf sitter. I'm probably just going to sell that on First Class Treasures on a live. I'm assuming someone will pay between $20 and $25 on a live for it. We'll see what happens. I ended up selling it live that day on First Class Treasures for $25 plus shipping. So I ended up making a really decent profit, and someone else will be able to flip it later on eBay for a decent profit. So everybody won there, in my opinion. Great flip. Got a little excited when I saw both of these Columbia women's jackets, quarter zip pullovers for only $8 each. Normally you would think that these would sell extremely well. I know it isn't winter time, but these are only selling for about $10, and during the winter they were only selling for about $15. So that's why you got to keep looking up items. Even though it's a strong brand, strong design, stronger size, and a good price, it just doesn't sell for enough money and quickly enough on eBay, so we're gonna pass. We've got a 200% sell-through rate item here. This is a Dell docking station. This is the D3100. Unfortunately, there's no power cord or anything, but even in this condition, I think I'm holding $25 in my hand and it will go really quick. This is one of those DVD VCR combo players where the remote is worth more than the actual unit. These Go videos can go for decent money, but they sit a bit longer than other models, and they just don't work as often in my experience. If it had the remote, I would probably just ask if I could buy just the remote, but I'm not gonna deal with this. We've got another extremely fast seller. This is an Air Oasis air purifier. Again, it's missing the power cord. It goes for about $70 plus shipping with the power cord. I'm sure I'll have a power cord that matches it at home, or it's possibly right there. Either way, definitely getting this for $4.50. Always great picking up an all-clad, especially at just $3. This is the 11-inch griddle pan. Sells between $20 and $40 plus shipping. This one is in decent condition, not great, not bad. Should probably sell for the $30 or $35 mark plus shipping, and it has over a 100% sell-through rate. And then you have over here the same exact thing, but Cuisinart, significantly cheaper and not as well made. This has 0 sales. Someone's trying to sell it for $14 shipped and no movement. Even though I look at small kitchen appliances at yard sales and thrift stores almost every single day of my life for the past 3 years, I've never seen this name before, so I looked it up. Turns out it's not worth anything, but this is what you have to do if you want to make money and be really good at this job, is you just have to look things up that you haven't seen before. Keep checking items, keep looking up items that you have sold before, and keep checking on items that you passed on in the past because they could be worth money today. It's really important to just keep looking stuff up. Another awesome pickup here for only $9, gonna be just under $8 after the discount. Wearing Pro Professional Double Waffle Maker. I just sold one of these to Germany for $150 plus shipping. This one will probably go for around that as well. The market on those have come down a little bit since I have sold that, but I ended up selling that in 2 days after it was listed for $90 plus I think $40 in shipping. We're picking up this wearing toaster. It's got 4 slots. They only want $10 for it. I think you'll be shocked how much this thing goes for. Definitely a good pickup. Got a nice AccuVibe massager here. This is the 5008C. They only want $4 for it. There's only 3 listed. 3 have sold for about $60 plus shipping. Again, that was another same day seller. I listed it and it sold for $60 plus shipping within a few hours. And there were other ones that were listed for only $50. So if you focus on fast sell-through rate items, you will make more money, you will have higher velocity in sales, and you will have less stress in your business because you're investing 5 and getting back 60 within a 24-hour period. It's beautiful. We've got a nice Microsoft keyboard here. It's nice and small and lightweight. It comes with the dongle, which is important. Very hard to come by. This is the Microsoft Arc keyboard. It's only $7, sells for about $30 to $35 plus shipping and has over a 100% sell-through rate. Found some iPods for only $3 and $5. This one should go, if they're both unlocked, they're gonna go for way more. But for parts, we're looking at $15 and $20 plus shipping, hopefully more if I can get into them. I've got a nice Hunter X cord. This is the XC800i. Just the power cord goes for $20 plus shipping. I sell the whole unit for $60 or $70 plus shipping. They only want $7 for it. We got several bets here. All of them are $10 each. Normally I pick up Nike because they are discontinued, but that bat just doesn't have enough demand for it. There's only 5 of these Easton S80 3334s listed, 3433s. 5 listed, 38 sold for about $40. Definitely picking that up. And then we have this Demerini Ultimate Weapon. Again, $10. This one has over a 100% sell-through rate as well, and it sells for $70. Got a nice Lange here for only $2. This is the A3111. Sells for $40 plus shipping on an 80% sell-through rate. Definitely a snag. Hold on to your seats, everyone. This one is going to shock you. Mitsubishi HSU 748. You just got to look up every model number of VHSs that you see. I don't know why this one sells for as much as it does, but there's only 2 listed, over 40 sold for over $100. The current listed one is for $200. I'm probably gonna get at least $129 out of this. Condition really matters on the price what this goes for, but it has like a 300% sell-through rate. They only want $4 for it after the discount. That's a bit more expensive than I usually pay for computer mouses, but I don't buy items, I just buy things that sell. So $4 into probably 20 plus shipping, definitely take that. I actually don't do a ton of shoes because I don't like the listing process of them, and they usually don't have the best sell-through rates, so you sit on them for a while. But I know a lot of people make a full-time living just selling shoes alone, so I ain't hating on it. I would definitely be getting these. I'll put some comps up on the screen. These go for about $100 in used condition. Even sometimes only like 70 or 80, but even sometimes 200, just depending. But right here, there's a slash on both of these shoes, and they have been stitched up. They're still probably worth $30 or $40 in this condition, but they're gonna take forever to sell, and they want $10 for them. So because of that, I'm just gonna pass on these, but I am getting some other shoes today. I didn't take a screenshot at the thrift store, and now that I'm home editing and I said I was going to put the comp up on the screen, I can't remember the model number, but those shoes were selling anywhere between $80 and $200. Those were size 10.5, I believe, or were they 12? I can't remember if I said that in the video either. Great men's size. Those ones probably would have sold for like $150. Like these Nija Houston Nike skateboarding shoes, they only want $8 for them. Comps are a little all over the place, but it's a minimum $30 to $70. This is a 10.5. I'm actually tempted to just kind of keep these for myself, but at that size, I should be able to get at least $50 for them. 8 into 50 plus shipping is a definite good flip. Crocs are really hot right now, but you got to make sure they are authentic Crocs, not just Chinese knockoffs like this one. And you want to make sure that you're getting adult sizes. Kids' shoes just do not sell as well for Crocs. This is an adult medium, 10 men's, 12 women's. They only want $2 for this. It's going to sell extremely well, and they just brought out a new cart of shoes, so I'm going to check them out. I snagged these women's Chaco shoes that just came out on the trolley carts. There were about 7 other resellers, so it turned into a little bit of a dogfight, lol. They only want $3 for these. They sell brand new for 60 bucks. I think I'll be able to get about 25 to 30 for them, and it is definitely the season to be listing and selling these, so they should sell pretty quick. And then another one of my favorite men's brands to sell, these Olokais. They're in pretty decent condition on the bottom and on the inside. Plus they have these pulse shock resistant pads. These should sell for, I don't know, $25 to $40 plus shipping, only 6 bucks here. And they have a very fast sell-through rate, especially for shoes. Brindley just shipped out one of these this morning for $45 plus shipping on Poshmark. Picking up another one here for just $3. I also got another one of these at a yard sale the other day for $3. Typically I pay $7 to $10 for them here. But yeah, $3 should sell between 40 and 50 bucks on an incredibly fast sell-through rate. I love picking up these Rainmate ILs. Awesome sunglasses pickup here. I usually don't find a ton of them during the winter, but now that it is finally starting to warm up, we live in a consumer society, so people are getting rid of their old expensive sunglasses and buying newer and more expensive ones to fill that hole in their life, I guess. These are really cool. Only one sold for used condition, several dozen listed in new condition. The pre-owned one sold for $105, and I'm actually going to list those as sunglasses, not just frames only, because they're in incredible shape. So $1 into 100, I'll probably list mine for $89.87 plus shipping. Believe it or not, these 20 questions by Radica, this one's from 2005, has like the fastest sell-through rate I've ever seen. There's only like 26 listed and over 500 sold for about $15 to $20 plus shipping. Very strong sell-through rate for a razor here. This is the Remington PA0505N with the charger. Sells for about $25 to $30 plus shipping. I only want 3 bucks for it. I've got a nice camera here. This is the Tarin 35. It's got a nice lens on it as well. One of these has sold for $40 for parts untested. I'll be able to test this. If it works, I'll probably be able to get 80 bucks for it. If not, $40 for parts. Taking a chance on this one. This is an Alien Striker by Buddy L. There are 0 listed and 0 sold, but this is from 1996. So there's definitely someone my age that had this when they were young that definitely wants it. Plus Buddy L is a very awesome brand to look for. So I'm gonna list this for 60 bucks and probably take offers. Got over a 100% sell-through rate item here with this Rowenta. It sells for $40 plus shipping, but they are taxing today, $19. After the discount, we're getting it for about $15, so I'm still gonna get it. Decent profit. Another awesome pickup here, we've got this Bose unit radio for $17 with 20% off. This goes for really good money, as you can see on the screen here. Definitely gonna snag this. Hopefully it works. $15 Bosch, blessings on blessings on blessings. Definitely gonna be picking this up. Will sell extremely fast for a huge profit. What a score, ladies and gentlemen. This TPS Louisville Slugger. This is the SB4, 34-32 ounce. 0 listed, 4 sold. One of them sold for $250, the others sold for $130 and $150. I'm going to list mine for 200 bucks. I really don't want to keep beating this dead horse, but I need you guys to understand how awesome this reselling life can be if you just focus on fast sell-through rate items. That bat sold $200 a few hours after I listed it. The Rowenta that was a few items ago sold the same day that I listed it for $50. And that Bosch that I just sold you sold on day 3 after listing it for $100 and something. Incredible stuff. I know a lot of you are going to say that your thrift stores or garage sales don't have these items. I promise you they do. I've been a ton of places across this country, and I eat everywhere I go. You just have to look for these items. A lot of you guys are terrified of electronics. This is where I find the majority of these items because I have very low competition in these categories. Again, I want these videos to be helpful for you. I don't want them to seem like I'm bragging, and I don't want them to seem like they are out of reach, because I've been to Los Angeles and Kentucky and Tennessee and Ohio, and New York and Florida and Denver, everywhere across this country, I find these items, but I only find 1 or 3 of them per day, and I go to 4 thrift stores daily. So you just have, and I also go at open or close to open for the second or third store. You have to learn when these items are being put out, and you have to do significantly more work than the people around you to find them, but I promise they are out there. Plus, right next to that, we have this Babolat. It is a junior size, the JR25 Pure Drive. They only want $3 for it. It sells for about 30 bucks on a pretty slow sell-through rate. So I'm gonna list mine at 25 and hopefully I can get it sold this tennis season. Got a nice little Rainmate IL. It's only gonna be 5 bucks after the discount, and this sells for $40 plus shipping. Has an extremely fast sell-through rate. Model number and generation definitely matter on these Apple mouse pads. They only want $4 for this one. This is the A1339. This one has a 200% sell-through rate at 30 bucks plus shipping, so we're definitely gonna snag this. Other ones that are similar to this but older, that have different model numbers, only go for like 15 shipped, so we would have left those ones behind, but this is a great model number. We're gonna pick this one up. 200% sell-through rate at $20 plus shipping for this expired ink 2022. Yes, even the expired ink is moving at a very fast pace. Definitely gonna pick this up for 2 bucks. You always gotta open up these boxes of these radios and stereos at thrift stores because you never know when you're going to find a $500 Delco Corvette radio. Wow, this is awesome. They only want 10 bucks for it. I'll probably sell this for $400 to $500. This is a router for Vivint, a huge security company here in Utah. They only want $7 for this. It sells for $75 plus shipping if I can find the power cord, which I have at home. So we'll definitely snag this for 7 bucks. And then we've got a nice Lumex camera here. They only want $2 for it. It's the DMC TZ4. Even if this doesn't work, definitely profitable. If it does work, I'm gonna get some huge money for it. We're picking up these 2 hubcaps. We're passing on that one because it's not OEM. But these ones are original manufactured. So these are Toyota. You flip it over, you find the model number on the back, which these ones are the 42602-06020. If you look these up, you'll realize that these are going for $25 plus shipping each in used condition. So I might sell them both for $50 or each for $25, depending on what the sell-through rate for individual versus double is. Not exactly sure what this is to. It's most likely to some sort of sewing machine or something, but it is the Jaguar JF 1000. I've never seen this before, looked it up. There are like 7 listed and 40 sold for about $15 plus shipping. They want 2 bucks for it. Not the biggest profit, but it will sell extremely fast, so we're definitely gonna pick it up. And I also have this neat receipt organizer. It's a card receipt and document organizer. This brand does okay. You have to check each individual model. Some of them just aren't worth much, some of them are worth better. This is all over the place, between $20 and $80 in used condition. They only want 10 bucks for this. I'll probably end up listing this between $40 and $60.